Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is AI the Somnium Files. Last time we went into the head of So. We saw there Iris being killed by a figure. We don't know if it's actually So, if it's something that we contributed to the sink itself. But so far is very damning, and we are at this point, while he's waking up, trying to interrogate him to see what he actually knows and what we can link from what we've seen in his head to what's actually happening in real life. But as always, we first start by looking at our surroundings and see for interactions. This monitor is turned off. You can see the sink machine through the window. Different strings of characters and numbers continue to scroll on the monitor. This door leads to the sink room. A CRT monitor. No ring comment? Because we've been having a few of those ever we are in this room, on any of the branching paths. A metal shelf. I opened the binder. It's a map of Shinjuku. Binder.
I want to beat So over the head with that thing.
I see. Apparently you need your dosage increased.
Dosage?
Yeah, and death is also a thing. And I think we have it like 2 or 3 times before this, that Aiba is talking about increasing the dosage. Is she just joking? Or are they really keeping Date on the wraps by using drugs? Dealing to him through his eye into his body. We still haven't got any confirmation like that so far, but it is very intriguing that it keeps coming back up. Many objects are scattered on the table. Alright, so one size. A locker. What I would give to be trapped in there with Raika. Again, comments about Raika, we still have no idea who it is, what she looks like, or why does he keep referencing her. I'm thinking it's gonna be like a girlfriend of one of the directors on this game. It almost has to be. A locker in the corner. Alright, we need to talk to So let's talk to the other two first. The boss is standing there. Maybe not boss. Because we're talking about arrest warrants that could be very, let's just say, aggressive against So, and So would definitely respond to that. So Pewter is a little bit less in his face. Pewter looks the same as usual. How does sinking work?
During a sink, the sinker's consciousness, or ego, is brought into the subject's somnium. They enter the subconscious mind. Or, at this time, the sinker's memories are left in their original body. Picture an egg. The ego is the egg yolk that goes into the subject's brain. The sinker's memories are the whites which remain in the shell. The sinker, or rather the sinker as their pure ego, experiences the subject's somnium. But to be precise, it is not only ego. When synced, a modicum of memory data does get sent into the subject's brain. Imagine separating an egg yolk from its whites. No matter how you try, some of the egg whites will always stick to the yolk. This is just like that.
I think Pewter is in desperate need of a breakfast. If he's using eggs to make his point about sinking. What is the ego algorithm you mentioned?
Imagine the human brain as being made up of 2 elements.
Imagine him like 2 sticks of bacon. Going ahead with the whole breakfast theme.
Memory and algorithmic structure. The former is preferable because the latter can be problematic. It can output things based on the inputs it is given. To make this easier to understand, compare this to a computer. Memory is like your data stored on a hard disk. The algorithm is the program. This program controls everything, from higher cognitive functions to primitive instinct. This program is what creates the phenomenon of consciousness.
Okay, give me more.
In short, it is your ego algorithm, what you call your mind. Recognition, cognition, consciousness.
Even more?
All of these processes are incomprehensible without the ego algorithm. However, the Wadjet system is revolutionizing the way we think about consciousness.
The Wadjet system controls my core programming.
Using Wadjet, we could map the neural circuitry of the human brain. And we discovered a specific circuit that is key to the phenomenon of consciousness. However, we human beings are still unable to fully grasp it. It's far too complicated. But even if we don't understand it, we can still use it. You don't have to understand electromagnetism to use a microwave oven. The Wadjet system is how we are able to extract the sinker's consciousness. That is what makes syncing possible.
So basically, we're doing stuff because we can, not because we understand it. Yeah, this is the first time I actually think the syncing is dangerous here. I think Pewter made it work, he just had no idea how. Oh well, about the mysterious figure.
The subject of the sync remembers certain persons or objects that appear in Somnium. But they might not have a clear form. Our dreams are sometimes vague or unclear after all. Even the subject of the dream themselves. I told you earlier that the syncer experiences the dream from the perspective of an observer. That is why the person creating the dream can appear within it. But perhaps they do not have an objective view of themselves, like a mirror or picture. Perhaps he's never watched himself on television. Rare for a politician, but not unheard of. He lacks that objective picture of himself. He remains stoic and unattached despite his position of power. I find that quite powerful. To be able to put your ego aside and see yourself as God sees you is an ability many charismatic people share.
Okay, tell me more about this charismatic politician.
He may not have a rational, objective assessment of himself. So, even if this figure is ambiguous...
It could be so.
Indeed.
Alright, so let's start questioning So before we ask for a warrant of Boss. He looks tired. The medicine hasn't fully worn off yet. It makes him a bit dazed. Why did you call Shoko?
Come to think of it, I still haven't heard your explanation for this. 2 days ago, you called Shoko Nadami just after 9 p.m. Why?
That is a private matter that I will not discuss with you.
What is your alibi for Shoko's murder?
What were you doing at 5 p.m. 2 days ago?
Reading a book at home. You can ask my housekeeper or my bodyguards. They will confirm that for you.
That does match what the bodyguard said earlier.
But they're like family to him. They're not above telling a lie to protect their boss.
So true, so true. About Iris.
I've been telling you I don't know anything.
That's impossible. I saw Iris in your dream. You have to have some memory of her.
What are you talking about? I don't understand a word of this.
Okay, he does not know he's been synced with, or that Date was in his mind. I do think that from a business perspective, they do need to keep this from So as much as possible, because if he is as powerful of a politician he seems to be, if he knows about syncing and he brings it to the board, this whole project may come off his own hinges. So we need to be very careful with this. So you killed Iris, didn't you?
I didn't.
Are you planning on acting dumb all night? How did you know Iris was stabbed?
I heard it.
What?
On my way to this place, I heard that woman over there talking. Something about a girl who got stabbed in the back.
Are you talking about me?
Yes, you.
I don't remember exactly what I said. It's possible that I mentioned a body with stab wounds to the back.
Boss.
It is impossible to determine now. He very well may not have seen Iris's body.
No. He still must have.
Circumstantial is an assumption, and unless we have seen his hands and his body on the premises next to Iris's body, we cannot prove definitively that he did that. I'm sorry, Date, but it was right.
He was in the warehouse.
But does that mean we can conclude for certain that he saw the corpse?
The color is drained from his face. The boss is standing there. Did the crime scene investigation team report anything?
No, nothing yet. They arrived a while ago, but that warehouse is owned by Okiura Fishery.
I know. Iba, can you check to see if it's the Okiura we know?
Certain.
It is. It definitely is. About the Somnium earlier.
I saw it on the monitor. Iba saving Iris as she was being stabbed. Of course, since you and Iba are one and the same, it's like you saved her, Date. But that was just a dream. It's not real. Saving her in Somnium won't save her now. I'm sorry.
Date, the investigation team is calling.
Ooh. Extra info.
This is Date from Abyss. What happened?
Hey, sorry to call you out of the blue. There's something we want to check. Is now a good time?
Sure, what is it?
You said you found a body at Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. The one at Ariake? Warehouse District?
Yes, that's right.
Huh. Okay.
Why? What happened?
It's, not here.
What's not there?
We searched all over the warehouse. We didn't find any bodies.
Cold Storage Warehouse, Sunday, 11:25 p.m.
What do you mean there's no body?
We looked everywhere, but nothing.
Date, I am not doubting you. However, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I saw it. I know I saw it. I saw Iris's body with my own right eye.
Then perhaps someone moved the body between the time we left and CSI arrived.
No, there's another possibility.
There is?
Yeah, he should have secured the entire place. He really had to. Oh well. Sagan Resident, Sunday, 11:58 p.m.
Date?
Iris!
What are you doing? Barging in without ringing the doorbell? Oh, you see, Mizuki ended up staying at my place. Something wrong?
The world changed.
Okay, I think we just unhinged the world. Police headquarters, Monday, 9:32 a.m.
Iba and I saved Iris during the sink yesterday. She wasn't killed.
True, but that was only a dream.
Maybe the dream changed reality.
Impossible.
Then how else would you explain it? Iris came back to life.
Yeah, and for Date, that's 100% a certainty. He is so convinced he saw the body. What if? Because Iba was not active anymore. Something went wrong in his mind and he imagined it because he saw it in Mizuki's dream first. Maybe this is the part that Date went all crazy. Henry again needs to go through this entire room with a lot of stuff. Boss's friend Mario.
If only money rained down from the sky.
Still freaky as hell that every time you click on it, you're gonna get like a voice from it. A remote control car.
If only I could control you with a remote.
Who knows? Maybe you are. Maybe you are.
Make you do this, make you do that.
An RC car. Shelves. A flag with a big catch on it. A super restaurant door curtain. Bags hung up on the racks. They're filled with whips. Or they're definitely balls. The door. The entrance. Boss's chair.
You know, the kanji for chair comes out to strange mushroom. Makes me think of a man's strange mushroom, if you know what I mean.
Okay boss, so it's been a while, hasn't it?
Seriously, is that the only thing you can think about right now?
Boss's chair. A cabinet. It's a large key. It's a tanuki statue.
I can't believe it's not a raccoon.
What?
I can't believe it's not butter. It's not a raccoon? Boss's desk. There are stickers all over the front. She has a computer on her desk. The type that has a monitor built in. A bookshelf. There's a ton of things stuffed in it. A pumpkin carved like a jack-o'-lantern.
Where should I put old Jack here?
I thought his name was Bill.
It depends on which reality you ask. A pumpkin.
Happy birthday to you. That song used to be copyrighted, you know? But now it's public domain and I can sing it to my heart's content. Don't you love it?
Yes, no more DMCAs. We would all love that. Happy birthday banner decoration. An electronic darts game.
So the darts board has all these holes and the tip of the dart goes in, right? It's kind of sexual, don't you think?
Yeah, I can confirm now for 100% certainty it's been a while for her.
I do not understand. What is sexual about it?
You don't want to know.
A boy band poster.
I sleep with a different one every night. They're so fluffy.
Oh, body pillow.
Yep. A boy band poster. A police poster. A public bath door curtain. A map on the wall. A snowboard.
We should go skiing.
That was out of nowhere.
Is that a no?
Of course it is. We're in the middle of an investigation.
What? You don't want to go night skiing on my bunny hills?
I will not allow such scandalous behavior.
I was just kidding. What are you, jealous?
Skis. And no, we're not gonna discuss the ramifications of Date having Aiba in his eye during any so-called sexual adventures he has on his off time. Because that also means that we need to discuss how he does it with Mizuki in his own apartment, where he doesn't have his own bed. No, that's a discussion we're not gonna have right now. Alright. It's a floaty.
Consider it a good luck charm. So you don't drown when you sink.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. I could have made that remark. It's a floaty.
Merry Christmas.
It's November.
A decorated Christmas tree. It's been here since the first time I was in his room. A mysterious mask is displayed on the wall. Another mysterious mask is displayed on the wall.
Grandpa. Answer me, Grandpa.
I'm really worried about her mental health right now. There's a pendant adorning the wall. A plaster figure. There's a lot of stuff hanging on the coat hanger. A stationary bike. And I think that should be... Oh, we have the broken clock and the rock. There's a clock off the side of her desk. A dead clock. There's a nice rug here.
Under no circumstances are you allowed to look under this rug. Do you understand?
What have you got under there?
And the Persian rug is laid out. I'm trying to imagine what might be underneath there. I'm almost thinking it's an entire collection of candy wrappers. The boss is actually a candy muncher. I'm in Aiba's line of sight. Aiba jumped out of my eye socket. A dream changing reality.
It is absurd. Not possible. Dreams are figments of the imagination. An incident which took place entirely in your mind cannot have any bearing on the real world. That is preposterous. Consider it. If you were to find money in your dream, does your bank account balance go up in reality?
I wish.
If you were to be attacked by aliens in your dream, does a swarm of UFOs invade Earth?
I wish.
But at the warehouse,
You must have been hallucinating. Within Mizuki's Somnium, you saw Iris's frozen corpse. It is affecting your mental state. Last night, you were so fazed by it that you couldn't speak. If it bothers you to this degree, why not go talk to Iris?
Okay, so that's exactly where we need to go next. So let's talk about everything else first. About Renju.
Mizuki went to Bloom Park 3 nights ago. She was prompted by a Nile message from Renju.
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away.
There are 3 possibilities. 1. Renju killed Shoko, or was an accessory to the murder. 2. Renju was threatened or blackmailed into luring Mizuki to the scene. 3. The culprit used Renju's phone to send the Nile message. In any case, the motive is still unknown. We need to talk to Renju.
Renju, where did you go?
Alright, so where is Renju?
You asked Mama at Marble for information regarding Renju Okiura, correct? It is possible she may have something for you by now.
I asked Momo for information too, but I had to promise him a meeting with Iris first. Momo can wait for now.
We can talk to Iris's mom as well. She was Renju's classmate, right? Aiba told me about her.
Alright, so a lot of leads we can follow up after this. So where's Iris now?
Her cell phone is on. I can trace her via GPS. She is currently somewhere in the Lemniscape building.
Okay, so how about the Okiura fishing?
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras. The same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
Yeah, and it's been suspicious in almost every branch we've played so far, so yes. About Okiura fishing.
I would suggest searching the warehouse again. You may be able to discover why Iris was resurrected.
Yeah, because if you find anything that there was a body there, because maybe it was the body of somebody else. And that's been removed. Even though that sounds preposterous, because we clearly saw it was the naked body of Iris. We checked. But yes. Alright, let's talk to the boss. Boss sitting on the desk, fidgeting. A dream-changing reality.
Date and Aiba saved Iris and Somnium, and that changed the history of the real world? Well, I guess it's not impossible.
That isn't what you said yesterday.
That was then, this is now. A woman's mind changes with the phases of the moon, you know?
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, I believe in Date. I trust him more than anyone else in Abyss.
Well, thank you. About prophetic dreams.
Stranger things have been known to happen. 2 days ago, Date found Iris's frozen corpse in Mizuki's Somnium. It must have been a prophecy.
Well, that depends. If it really happened. If Date wasn't imagining things. It could have been an implanted message into Date's mind when he was in Mizuki's Somnium. Who knows?
Boss.
There's a lot of stuff in this world that can't be explained by science.
Boss's knack for change is one of her good qualities. Not having beliefs is what she believes in. That's how she established herself as a major player in the police department. Because she believed what she wanted to. About so.
Congressman Sejima is suspicious in more ways than one. Exhibit A. 3 days ago, So called Shoko Nadami's phone. We still don't know exactly why. He only told us it was meant to be private. Exhibit B. So Sejima was at Okiura Fishery Warehouse last night, but he didn't inform us of this. There must be something he doesn't want us knowing. Exhibit C. So was in Iris's Somnium. Dreams are constructed from memories, yet the good congressman denies he ever knew Iris.
So where's So now?
I sent him home yesterday.
You released him?
What was I supposed to do? We can't hold him without solid proof. What we saw with Iris hasn't happened yet.
In any case, we have to speak with him again.
And boss says yet. So she believed in a prophetic dream. Well, let's make sure that doesn't happen. Summary.
There were 4 people I should talk to. So Sejima, Iris and Hitomi Sagan, and Mama. And I need to check the warehouse one more time.
We have many avenues of investigation.
Let's get moving.
Yep, lots of places to go, lots of things to see. But I'm thinking we're gonna do that next time. Let's look at the map. So we got Sejima, Marble, Sagan, Lemniscate, storage house, warehouse. So storage for the evidence, Lemniscate for Iris, Sagan for Hitomi, Marble for Mama, Sejima for, of course, So, where we're gonna start next time, we shall see. For now, I'm gonna leave it right here. Next time we're gonna investigate. I'm contemplating going to the cold storage warehouse first, because if the body isn't there, we're not gonna find anything. So, it's probably just gonna be a small conversation with Aiba to confirm what our thoughts is and what Aiba thinks of the situation. And then we need to go past these 4 people with Iris and So in my mind having to be the last 2. At least for now. I don't know if my mind will change between the episodes, but we'll see that next time. Hopefully you'll be there as well. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. Till next time.